Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video for a super simple strategy, which is Super Dragons and obviously the freeze spell. This combination is incredibly powerful because you can just freeze everything which is dealing damage to your Super Dragons while them being so tanky and can dish out so much damage without even using that many rages. I will exactly show you how to use this strategy, so let's dive in. But one quick reminder before that, there is still offers in the shop, and obviously with Christmas around the corner, there's probably going more offers. And if you buy any of those, make sure to use the creator code. If you use code ITSU, that's me, and that's how you support me in-game. Thank you so much for that, and now let's get started with the video. Okay, that's an interesting base. The key pretty much for this strategy to make this work is to spread things out. Make sure that you're not putting all of your, all of your dragons too close to each other, because then they're going to spread out like you cannot control them pretty much. So what you're doing instead, you're trying to control them, trying to make sure that they're going the right way. So what we're going to do is using our king here, queen there, and now trying to spread the dragons out, as I said. Like use them for funneling as well, like one doing over there, then like this, and then trying to use those dragons a bit one by one. There's a lot of black mass on the outside, which is kind of surprising, but hey, whatever, should be alright. We're going to use the blimp as soon as we're getting closer to the town. We're going to use the warn ability and use the blimp. So let's get started with the first freeze, and even more freezes. Let's go. So king ability, there we go, and now the blimp there as well. And then, as soon as we're getting closer to the town hall, we can use that warn ability to protect our super dragons as well. So far, I think it's looking really good for us. We don't have to use so many freezes just yet. Warn ability now. So let's use that first rage right there. Let's just use the next rage just right there. And then the poison, obviously, here. And at this point, take a look at that. Freeze, freeze, freeze. We can just non-stop freeze everything, guys. We can just non-stop freeze everything because all of those defenses are so clumped together. Next freeze over here. I mean, should I even use the Royal Champion? That's the big question now. Should I even use that Royal Champion? Next freeze over there for air defense and warden. And you don't even need the Royal Champion. This is so crazy. Next freeze right there. Do we miss it? No, we did not miss it. And yeah, Royal Champion. What? Royal Champion. Who do we need that? No, not really. So let's put her over there on that side. And let's go for the swag style. There we go. Shield is coming in. And it's destroying this base. And yeah, guys, that's the first 3-star. We can keep going with that. I'm going to keep going with that to show you how exactly to use this strategy. And the key thing, as you have seen in the beginning, spread your dragons out. They're so tanky. Make sure that you're not stacking all of them on top of each other. Spread them out and get those 3-stars. Okay, I highly doubt that we're going to be able to like 3-star a base again without our Royal Champion. But we're going to try, okay? We're going to try. So, we have this base. Where do we enter? I feel like the Eagle is a really important defense to take down early. So that's an option where we could go into. And obviously we're going the classic option, which is using our heroes to get in there. That's at least what I would say. So we're going to use 2 loons to funnel this archer tower. Take that archer tower out, and there we go, archer tower is down. Now the king, and I'm going to try to push that king inside the base through the wall with our super dragons. And remember, spread out those super dragons, that's super important. So, there's now the super dragon pushing my king into this compartment. And now obviously even more from this side, one there. And then the remaining ones over here, like this. Queen obviously behind the king, I mean that's kind of easy. Freeze right there, making sure the air defense is not dealing too much damage. And then as we're getting closer to the defending queen, we're going to send that blimp. Okay, now like this, freeze that. And then so far so looking good. Warden is following perfectly. Now that warden ability, boy, that was a perfect warden ability right there. Freeze it. And now use, oh, that tornado trap. We don't care because we can just freeze everything. So let's freeze it. Let's use the rage. And let's get that juicy town hall out of the way. Next freeze right there. We have set our rage left, which we're going to use just in the core. No problem whatsoever. We have a ton of freezes left, which we can use. So let's make sure that we're making good use of that. So freeze now for the scatter and the Royal Champion. That's good, that's good. Few more freezes left. Let's use the freeze on the X-boss to protect our Royal Champion. I think that's kind of good. The air defense on the back end, we don't care about. We don't care about that. We are going to protect our main group of dragons. If those couple of super dragons on the bottom side are dying, we just don't care right now. Even though we could freeze, to be honest, because we have so many freezes left. This strategy is not even fair, guys. This is not even fair. Freeze the mortar. That's how you do it. And one time the clan castle, that's how we do it as well. yeah, I mean, what can I say? What can I say? 2 crushing overkill 3 stars with the Royal Champ as swag. That's how you can 3-star bases super easily. Really, really simple. With the strategy everyone loves because Super Dragons look so cool. Okay, we have a different looking box base type of base. On this one though, we have the Town Hall with a different setup. So what I'm going for is using my King and my Queen to try to get the Town Hall. And the next thing again, spreading out your dragons. I know I'm going to say this before every single attack, but it's just so key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop my King, trying to walk into the Town Hall, and then we're going to try to use those Super Dragons to funnel. King is down, first Super Dragon is down. And no Tesla farms so far, which is great for us, because this means the pathing should be as expected. Now more Super Dragons in to push everything into the core. With those heroes taking down the Town Hall, in addition to that, they should create pathing for our Super Dragons to dive right into the core and hopefully make sure that we're getting a good push in there. Early freezes on Scatter and Royal Champion, which is always a good option. And now we should freeze that down because it's staying alive just a little bit too long because of the defending clan cast. It's completely distracting our Queen. But our Super Dragons are now in a wave pushing over this core and hopefully making sure that we're getting this 3-star in. So far so good. We should use our first rage right in the core to make this push with those 2 Super Dragons a bit stronger, and use the rage at the bottom side to make sure those Super Dragons are getting into the Eagle a little bit faster, because the Eagle is a really important defense to be able to take that out. So now where do we use our freezes? We have 6 freezes left. Freeze the Queen and the Multi-Inferno Tower. Whenever you see a defending air hero, which means the Queen or the Royal Champion, about to engage your dragons, freeze it right away. Use, in addition to that, like freeze expos, air defenses, archer towers, multi-inferno towers, whatever are next there, try to freeze something else in addition to that to make sure that there's even more value with your freeze. Now, freezing the air defense, freezing the expo, everything together, but now switching things up to freeze the scatter and the expo to make things even better looking for us, because as long as, like you can see it, as long as this expo is not taking down our Royal Champion, this Royal Champion is taking down everything on the other side of the scatter expo compartment, and with this our Super Dragons are staying alive and this base is done. Like, there is no counterplay really for the base if you hit your freezes. This is the, I guess, most complicated thing about this attack: hitting your freezes, targeting the right defenses, which are, I can highlight this, not enough, defending heroes, which is Queen and King, Queen and Royal Champion mainly. Then obviously multi-inferno towers, scatter shots, air defenses, things like that are really important to freeze and take down as quickly as possible. Then in addition to that, you have the option of using different siege machines, as I did in this one with the slammer. But wait, that was just the third attack. A little bit of different looking base with a different setup, I would say, and a clan cast which is really dead in the center. But with having so many open walls, it's going to be tricky to make sure that our heroes won't lure that clan castle. So I think I would go with my heroes from the bottom side, because what this does, it gives more time to our Super Dragons to hopefully somehow get into the clan castle compartment and take it out before our heroes went all the way into the range of the clan castle. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Let's see if it's going to work. Next thing again, I guess it's going to be boring for you already, but I will just keep mentioning it. Spreading out your Inferno Dragons, your Super Dragons. It is so important to make sure that they're funneling each other. You don't have a Baby Dragon or Inferno Dragon to funnel your Super Dragons. Instead, you just want to make sure that they're flying in the right direction. So you can see I have a huge spread of my Super Dragons. And now I'm pushing further into this base. Blip is selected to take later on down the Town Hall. And now let's give this all a good push further into the base with this rage. Vulnerability in as well, which I try to block the defending Super Minion and the defending Queen with, which has worked mediocre because the Queen did not target the Super Dragons inside the vulnerability, but instead, yeah, the Super Dragons on the outside of the vulnerability, so that was kind of fortunate. Still, Blimp should reach the tunnel because we're just freezing everything, so that should be a pretty easy go. In addition to that, we even froze the Sweeper to make sure that the Loons and the Dragon Rider outside of that Blimp is not going to get pushed wherever they were not supposed to go. So far this looks great. The air defense should go down next. Next freeze is in with our queen and royal champion now coming in from the bottom side. This is looking really good as long as we can save the queen ability to make sure that the back end king is not the big problem, because right now we have only one super dragon left, and this is most likely one of the closest attacks out of all of them. Even though considering we have queen, royal champion, and a freeze left, which sounds kind of crazy, but it is true. This is the by far closest attack, and guys, this should be still being a 3-star with the queen ability, no problem whatsoever. And this is another 3 for this guide. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something about this really cool strategy, which is just like bringing fire to the base, at the same time freezing everything up to make sure that they cannot fire back. So, really cool strategy. I hope you liked the video. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next one. Until then, see ya and bye bye.